Shalawam, shalawam. I'm going to start off by giving all praise to Yahawah Shad, Brakatayahu, Brakatayahu Shad, Brakatayahu, Brakatayahu Shad, Brakatayahu, Brakatayahu Shad. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the nation of Israel and GMS. Double honors be upon them, and peace and blessings be upon the elect of Israel. But what I wanted to get into today is that, brothers are not to be impulsive. We're not supposed to be impulsive when it comes to certain aspects of our life, like wrath, or we're not because you got Jake in the world. They're very impulsive, and they take matters into their own hands, opposed to letting the Lord deal with the situations. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this, and I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it some more. This Proverbs 14 verse 29. It says, "He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly." And that's the point that I'm trying to make. It says, "He that is slow to wrath is great in understanding," because we know that these things. Because the main thing that gets niggas riled up is when somebody says something to them, or they're offended by words that were said unto them. But it's the reason why is because these people are wood, and we're the 2/3 in the other nations that hear the words of the Lord. It cuts them and they're wood. But for us, we're not supposed to be easily offended by anything, and that's why we're supposed to be slow to wrath, because we're fire. I mean, we're what's it called? Gold. We're metal. So when that fire refines us, that fire burns them. But I'm gonna get two precepts that back that up. And you know what? Let me bring this out first, just to set the standard. This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 11, verse 7. It says, "Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first, and then rebuke. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Neither interrupt a man in the midst of their talk." But it says, blame not before thou hast examined the truth. So basically, we're not supposed to be presumptuous, or we're not supposed to take matters into our own hand. We're supposed to examine what the situation is going on, and and deal with the steps orderly, opposed to just getting all riled up by any means. But I'm gonna bring this out now. This going to bring me into the point that I was trying to make some more. This Jeremiah 5 verse 14. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts," or Yahawah Tezabawah, "because ye speak this word, behold, I will make thy words and thy mouth fire, and the people wood, and it shall devour them." And that's what the words of the Lord does to these people, man. It burns them up, and even in the even when it consists of the world, when that's niggas get easily offended by being called names, and so on and so forth. But for us, we're not supposed to be like that, man. We're not supposed to be the wood. We're supposed to be the gold, or the metals that when it gets burnt, it gets refined. We're not supposed to take offense to what people say, and that's the main point that I'm trying to bring out. The main point is that, and you know what? I'm gonna just grab it real quick. This is Zechariah 13 verse. I just read. I start at 8. And it says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part, which is the elect," it says, "through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God." But the point that I was trying to make, it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. Because what we do to the fire is which the fire resembles affliction and any tribulation we go through, and it's the same thing with niggas in the world. What we're supposed to do with the fire is we're supposed to take that fire and get refined from it, and not take offense and not be presumptuous. So what the niggas in the world do is when they catch fire, or when they get offended by what somebody says, or what the Lord is doing to them, they you know, they what's it called? They get burnt up, you know. But yeah, that hits the point that I was trying to make. The 2 points that I was trying to make is that we're not supposed to be presumptuous, you know. We're not supposed to basically, you know, we're supposed to be not supposed to be impulsive. That's the word I was looking for. We're not supposed to be impulsive, you know. We gotta examine the matter of what's going on, and then deal, you know. But trying to take matters into our own hands, that's basically telling the Lord you don't need him, you know. And God forbid I ever say anything like that, or my actions ever prove something like that, you know. But like I said, you know, going back to the point back in Proverbs, because I was making basically 2 points where it says, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, and 14 and 29, you know. Because when we catch hell, or when we catch affliction, you know, you gotta really wait on the Lord, you know, and let the Lord deal with your situation, opposed to you thinking you got it all in your you know, in your own hands. That's why the scriptures actually say that in Psalms. Salaki. Yeah, Psalms 27 verse 14. It says, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart." Thine heart, right? It says, "Wait, I say, on the Lord." So, you know, we're not supposed to take matters into our own hands, be presumptuous, and whenever we do get offended, whether it may be of a person's word, or you know, or you know, whatever the Lord puts us through, we're supposed to be slow to wrath. And like I said, you know, we're not even supposed to really be offended. It's a point in time to where I'm not even offended by what people say to me, or what people try to do to antagonize me. You know, say we're bums. You know, say that we're low lifes, get a job and things of that sort. Man, that's fire. That's adding fire to refine us. You know, we don't take offense to those words. You know, but like I say, you know, these people, they take offense to it. The 2/3 of the nation of Israel and the heathen, they take offense to the words, because we're speaking those words of fire, and they're the wood, man. But you know, with that, I'm gonna say shalawam. I hope the elect was edified through this teaching, you know. And I'm gonna give all praise to yahawah, double honors to the elders of GMS, and peace and safety be upon the elect of Israel. Shalom.